It's no problem of mine, it's a problem I find, living a life that I can't leave behind. There's no sense in telling me the wisdom of a fool won't set you free. That's the way that it goes, it's what nobody knows, while every day my confusion grows. Every time I see you falling, I get down on my knees and pray. I'm waiting for that final moment to say the words that I can't say. Like we were yesterday. Well, I'm not sure what this could mean. I don't think you're what you seem. I admit to myself, if I hurt someone else, I'll never see just what we're meant to be. Every time I see you falling, get down on my knees and pray. I'm waiting for that final moment. You say the words that I can't say. Every time I see you falling, get down on my knees and pray. I'm waiting for that final moment. You say the words that I can't say. Every time I see you falling, get down on my knees and pray. I'm waiting for that final moment. You say the words that I can't say. Every time I see you falling, get down on my knees and pray. I'm waiting for that final moment. You say the words that I can't say. I'm totally ready. The most ready I've ever been for a show. By far. Make sure I have audio first. I do, that's good. Hello, family. We are in DEFCON 11 here at VOR headquarters. I didn't even turn my lights on. I don't know if I'll ever figure out which way. Dyslexia is a thing.
It's a thing. So, yeah. Oh, look at the real talents in here. Hey, guys. Thank you for being here, everybody. This is what we're doing. This is something we've never really done. Shaking it up a little bit. Normally, tonight, we would be on TikTok right now. And we would be having a TikTok VOR party. But we're not doing that because the TikTok account is in mucho trouble. And we are going to have a Q&A, kind of it's like a pledge drive kind of thing, but for subscribers and for moving people away from TikTok. It's kind of what we're doing today. So we've got an individual who is blessing us tremendously from our Discord, who really believes in the operation and is really helping Chloe and I figure out what leveling up looks like. In my life, I've always struggled with the level up, right? When I was a pro snowboarder, I just couldn't break through to that, like, on television level. And my golf career, different things I've done, I hit a ceiling. I don't know if it's like complacency or lack of discipline or whatever, but basically failure isn't an option with the VOR operation, and that's something that we have really come to terms with. I might go in a little bit into the story of how we got here. Some of you know it from TikTok. But basically, this is the fulfillment of a life, I almost said exercise, but this crazy life that I've had that God has really blessed me and kept me alive this long. And, oh, thank you for the gift. So that's awesome. And that is something we're going to be focusing on is Super Chat. And hopefully Chloe will show us how to do this. But anyways, we did this before I started Voice of Reasons. I was doing this. I did this for 15 years to people, anybody who would listen, people who didn't want to listen, atheists. It doesn't matter what agnostic, non-conspiracyist. I've had the most in-depth, like, moon landing discussions with just people that I worked with or whatever. And basically, I had a health issue where I was dying of stress, and my beautiful wife said, "Hey, I know you have this. I know this is what God called you to do." I had made the movie The Operating System. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it. It's on my YouTube. The idea that we're in a simulated reality and the source code is the Bible, which I'm still expecting a Nobel Peace Prize for, but the Nobel laureates are not calling me because we don't like each other. It's like a mutual agreement. Anyway, so she got behind me and we sold everything we had in Denver. And we moved across the entire country, 3,500 miles to northern Maine, where we bought a crappy old farm home and put all of our savings into this. And it was an interesting time to do such a thing because this was right when cancel culture began. We left in 2020, the June of 2020. And at the time, it was like, yeah, go on and talk conspiracy. It's good. And then, we all know the wheels just went off of that whole thing. So we came up here and have been living on our savings and I've fallen so in love with this, and I've never felt as fulfilled. And I pray that anybody in their life has an opportunity to experience what I've experienced the last year. The comments, the feedbacks, the interactions, people have come to know God because of this. People have gained strength in their trust of God and trust of Scripture. I've developed a lot. I've matured a lot as far as being more of a peaceful guy. I've totally come to love our Discord group, and I lean heavily on them. And so, anyways, with this individual who's blessed us with kind of managing us, he's a marketer and he knows how we can scale up. We're going to the moon. This is the idea. Who do we talk to? Is it Kent? Like, what? I feel like it's Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. We had Wolfpox and IP. You go through Soda Popinski and you go through Raging Bull and you end up working your way to Mike Tyson, which I think in this case might be Mike Neil deGrasse Tyson, which is hilarious, but we're in the Matrix, so it makes sense. Oh, I'm wearing the Matrix shirt. That works out. So we're going to be branching away from TikTok specifically. Now, if you remember when I lost my first account, we were at 52,000 and we had to start over. And I called the next account the lead airplane because every video was just getting banned and no views, and it was just not going well. And then it took off again, even though the number one video on my last TikTok account was the Fight Club 9/11 video, if you've seen it. And it had 500,000 views, and it got us 30,000 followers. And this time on this account, I released it, and TikTok banned it because of violence or something. Whatever. So we got to 63,000 without that video. Anyways, we have to have a way to talk to you, beautiful, amazing people, to stay in contact with you outside of TikTok. Now, a lot of you are here on YouTube. Thank you for being here, and I'll get to the chat here in just a second. But if you're on my TikTok, which right now my TikTok is running on private mode only, in the other room, Chloe's overseeing it. I don't know how many people are in there. If you're on that TikTok, we need to get you over here to YouTube. This is a more safe platform. At least they tell me what I did, and we could scale it back if we need to. And then we also set up a text message alert system. Now, I get it. It's a huge commitment to text your number, but I will assure you that Chloe and I will not have your number. If you think we're gonna call you, drunk call you, hello, this is VOR. I'm not gonna sell it. I don't have it. It's just like the company, it's all anonymous, whatever. But anyways, we want you, please. I'm gonna kind of awkwardly ask you to make a next level commitment with me in our relationship, because we're gonna keep doing this, and we need to be in touch with you, and we can't be totally dependent on TikTok. So the way the text message alert system is going to work, when we have something big, let's say the account gets shut down, we have a new account. When I have a special guest, it's kind of a big deal. If I drop a documentary, if I have we've got the Judith Very Baker interview coming up here, I'm not going to text you every day. I don't have time. If anybody knows me and is trying to get a hold of me, they know it's impossible. The person that's helping manage me had a heck of a time trying to get a hold of me in the first place. But, once every other week, probably something will come up, something relevant. So please take this number down and text VOR. That is V. I did the right side this time. V as in voice. O as in of. It should just be VR. That sucks. VOR to 94253. 94253. How can I share that? Can I make a text thing? I've got to be able to do a text overlay. Hey, Chloe or Elia, will you do a text VOR to 94253 and just send me a picture, email me a picture, and I'll put it up here? Okay, cool. So that's one thing. Other things, this is going to be kind of redundant. Actually, let me take a quick break. Let me check this out. Text messages. Bethany, I miss you. It's good to see you in here. Super chat. If you send a super chat, I will answer the question. That's a thing that we're going to also do with this, because the other day I was doing a really important conversation about propaganda. If you haven't seen it, please go back and watch the last 2 VOR lives. Very important work. These are the culminations of my life's work. I've been researching these things. I researched them from before they were censored. It's ran through the filter of believing God of the Bible is the author of this reality, and looking critically at conspiracy and not being sensationalist, but really important information, both about aliens and demons, which is what I released on Tuesday. I want to say Tuesday, maybe it was Sunday. Sunday's better. And then the next one was the science of propaganda, and Chloe made the thumbnail. You should check it out. It was really cool. She made that. But that gets into Edward Bernays and Aldous Huxley and their connection to teaching the theory of evolution as fact and making us all philosophic materialists, therefore consumer materialists, walking away from God and falling right into the secular order agenda. Please go watch those 2. Please share them with people. This is going to be me being kind of desperate. I was told not to be desperate, but I need your help getting this information out. If you're I listened to this guy, VOR. What is he about? He's it's conspiracy, and he makes jokes, and he's got ADD, and God, whatever. Send these last 2 videos. If you have somebody who has a question about aliens. On the video I showed, 65% of Americans believe in aliens, okay? I bet you 40% of them at least, no, 80% of them think that they're extraterrestrial because this whole life happens, and of course it happens somewhere else because the universe is huge. Send them the video. Ask them to watch it. Let's get pushy with this. Like, there's a lot of people. I'm not a pushy guy. You know that about me. I don't want to put anybody out. People that have supported us, God bless you. It's been amazing. There's a lot of content creators out there. There's a lot of content creators out there that are making a living doing this, and we are going to do the same thing. Because I think a lot of you know this. When I do a YouTube show or a TikTok video, the one I just released on TikTok, I spent 4 hours on. When I do a YouTube show, I research it for 4, 6, 8 hours sometimes. In order to do what I'm doing full time, we have to be able to pay our bills, and we have to be able to not be shut down by TikTok. I love TikTok and I hate TikTok. It's like this, like I'm in a psycho-abusive relationship with TikTok. I love it and it kicks my ass. It's this whole thing. So, we're probably going to have to fall into the whole, this is my 9th account thing, my 12th account. I hope not, but they don't like me. Huge surprise, like anybody, speaking about this kind of thing. But so anyways, the point of this tonight is we're trying to be able to be in contact with you even when our TikTok account gets shut down. 63,500 people. What am I going to do? Message everybody? I can't. So please text VOR to 94253. I got that coming up. That way you can stay in the text alerts. Please subscribe here on YouTube if you haven't already. We're going to be building this. We need to get to 5,000 subscribers to finally actually make some money on here. I just looked and we got like $2.64 coming our way. It's huge. With inflation, that's like minus money at this point. And please help share this. We just started a Reddit account. We just started a Truth Social account. I'll give you that information on that in a second. But if you can share it on Facebook, share it with friends. I think people that watch this content that we're making know that it's not sensational, know that it's God-centric, and I know that's a valuable thing in this time. Like, we are in the ultimate battle for the hearts and the minds of men, and you've got Q and flat earth and the whole left thing, and you've got the end of the world and like what's going on in Russia. Go back and watch my track record. Go back and watch the show I did last year. People asked me to do an end times video, and God is good. Like, the combination of decades of research and being a skeptical person. I'm a skeptical thinking conspiracy theorist. And a rational thinking man of faith. It's a hard thing to do. Like, IP does it, and I appreciate what he's doing too. But you can share these videos with people. Share a video with them. If it's a Christian friend of yours and they go, I don't like that he says shit, tell them or her, he would never curse or swear, and he thinks that that's part of kind of the idea of marginalizing, if what Jesus actually says about making sure everything that comes out of your mouth is in line with your intentions and with God's creation, and you're not cursing yourself and those kind of things. Not swearing to God, whatever. Like, explain to them, I'm not I'm a-religious. I'm not a Sunday Christian. I don't go to church on Sundays. I'm not Torah observant particularly. I'm not just totally pure, saved by grace. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle of all of this. I get all of it. I love people, and we need to keep this going. Okay, so the text messaging will help. The YouTube subscription will help. Sharing the videos will help. Like, YouTube kind of sucks right now. It's like legacy media. I don't have 50,000 subscribers. I don't have 250 like IP does. So I get a couple hundred views on the videos. Sharing that helps. If you're moved to support us on Patreon or Cash App, $1. I'll be totally transparent about what I was hoping was happening with this. This is weird, I know, but if we had 3,000 or 5,000 people that would give us $1 a month, that would be amazing for me, because we're not putting anybody out, right? So if you're someone who's like, yeah, $1, we got a $1 Patreon support the other day. It's awesome. $1 on Cash App. That's awesome. And you can ask people. I pray for you guys. Those of us that are the people that are supporting us. I pray really hard that God blesses you. Not that I matter, but Our Discord group is a powerful prayer group. Another thing I want to push is Discord, the VOR Discord community. Those of us that are in it and really in it have been blessed so tremendously. We do a Bible study once a week. We did The Chosen on Saturdays, on Sabbath. That was a really cool series to go through. We'll probably watch them again at some point. We do a prayer, occasionally we do an emergency prayer get together. The other day when the whole measles pox thing happened, it was like, we got to get together and pray. So we prayed about the end of the world and about God's will being done. And if he's judging the world, then, have mercy on us. And these Christians that are in there are not your Sunday Christians. We've scared, really squeaky clean Christians away because a lot of us cuss and a lot of us, we're figuring this out. Like, the kind of conspiracy theorist that I am is I think that the controllers have used religion against God. So you've got a group of people who's they've been traumatized in their religious life, Catholic, Jehovah's Witness, Pentecostal, all kind of these different things. So the people walk away from God and they come back to God, right? They come back to God and they're like, how do I do this? And we are trying to interpret the Bible together as Christians, together. So I believe that God is doing something. I believe that I'm one of many Christian content creators right now that God is calling to battle right now. Wolfpox, CPT, JT follows JC, Bushman. I'm friends with all these guys. Their accounts are all safe, which is funny because they're not, renegade enough. We talked to them about being cowboys. Anyways, we're going to do, that's another thing coming up. We're going to be doing more interviews with those guys. We're going to really try and help band together because I've been saying this, God isn't a God of redundancy. And so he has a lot of us with different skill sets and different personalities. It's a very broad net that we're casting. If you're more edgy conspiracy, me, if you're more rigid, hard-nosed, no BS, Bushman. If you're more love and Torah observance and that kind of thing, CPT. If you're more analytical and academic-minded, IP. And all these guys, these are my brothers and I love them, and we're all in this war together. And I would encourage you to support them too. If you could, whatever, forgive me, but if you could budget, I know money's tight right now, but $5 a month for the 3 or 4 or 5 people I just mentioned, and we could get together where we kind of crowdfund this thing. I don't know how many people that are watching this have the reach that we've had. Collectively, we reach millions of people, literally. And today, in real time, we are representing God, Christ, trying to figure out conspiracy, opposing the devil's system, defending the creator. We are doing this right now in real time and affecting people. We're affecting this reality. I want you to think about that. We got Joe Rogan and Alex Jones and Russell Brand. Come on. We need people who believe in the Bible, who aren't sensationalists, who aren't politically affiliated, who are just trying to expose the enemy's lies and defend God. And the people I just talked about, we're doing that. So if you could figure out a way to bless them, even in prayer, minimum, please pray for us. And another thing, I'm very approachable. Email me if you can get a hold of me. That's hard to do. Approachable, get a holdable, that's a little bit different. But I spend a lot of time working on content and trying to, keep this thing going, whatever. But anyways, if you think I'm doing something wrong, reach out to me. In a weird sense, I work for you guys. This is a I call it peer-based. This is Christians going out and spreading the gospel in a really cool way, updated for today's technology, reaching to so many hurt and lost people. So I was on a 50-minute wait to get on with that Parker guy today on TikTok, and I was the guy in line next, and he didn't have me on. Actually, before that, Mike, this Mike Loves Satan guy, got pulled on. And the persons that were telling me, you got to get on this YouTube live and talk to this guy because he says he's trying to, figure out if there's a God. But really, he's just really left and really atheist, whatever. But I was going to go on and have this discussion. And then the Mike guy came on, and the person that messaged me, you got to get on with Parker, was the devil totally sent Mike to counter you, because I've been in discussions with him before, whatever. But this is boots on the ground, real Christianity, hand-to-hand combat, Jesus symbol on your cave where we meet underground. We're meeting underground right now. This is why I'm not on TikTok. We're meeting underground and talking about this, and we're figuring out the plan. How do we do this? How do we keep doing this? Right? Like, I know that if I go back to managing golf courses or Lowe's or whatever, it's not going to bless the world and then more than this would do. So what can we do? And that's part of what I want to do is a brainstorming session. So huge rant. I apologize. I wasn't supposed to rant. First super chat question from Elia. When is the VOR book coming out? It's going to come out 3 months after I'm caught up. So I might be moving target there. In all seriousness, I do want to do a book, but because I'm actually a decent writer, I'm a better writer than I am reader, but it's just a multimedia experience. This combination that God has really shown me to do, where it's well researched, well written, hopefully well recorded, great, good visuals, good presentation, and then good music that kind of like gives you that emotion. To me, that's going to hit the masses harder. The point of VOR, this thing is about reaching as many people as we can reach. This, like, if in the flood scenario, like the flood waters are coming, we're trying to get as many people on the boat as we can with VOR. So, like, the book, who's going to buy my book? Christians, right? Christians are okay. If I can disciple or like, yeah, I'm not a great Christian. I don't know if you guys know that about me or not. I try. I love God. I fear God. I'm a sinner. But if I write a book, it's going to be some sort of esoteric. It would be like I still have a voice that's in there. It would be some sort of version of what I'm already doing, but in book form, which would be good. I mean, whatever. At some point. It's not the first thing on the list, so, okay. Andrew says he found me. Yes. Thank you for finding me. Thank you guys for being here. So grateful to have stumbled across your content. Thank you, Angela. You guys, I can't do this on here, but I screenshot this so much. I'm actually going to do a really cool teaching in a little bit, so hang tight. This one's going to be a little bit edgier than what I could do on TikTok, but thank you for saying that. I screenshot your guys' positive feedback all the time, and it really blesses me when I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? This is crazy. Okay. Hello, Julia. Nice to see you. All right. Done. Sweet. Thank you. Number again. Sorry. Chloe, did you send me that? So text VOR to, not the number 2, TO. The number is 94253. Let me know if you send me that, Chloe. Is it an email? Let me see. Is it Discord or email? Okay, guys. So if you haven't signed up for Discord, please do that as well. On the Discord, we're constantly giving updates on what the account's doing. Like tonight, I went an hour late, and we put that up on Discord. It's a really cool group and way to talk with people. Oh, cool. That's a good way to do it. I see a new Patreon supporter for $1. Thank you. It's so cool. We love that. We love every Patreon supporter. The $1 ones, just because we don't want to push it, put anybody out that really, feels better than when if somebody gives us more money. That like it's hard. Again, the goal is like a big net and a little micro support would be awesome. So VOR. I can't multitask. This is me trying to multitask. Let me see if I can figure out how to add this. Add presentation local video. I can't do it. Chloe, do you know how to do this? Invite. Oh, I can invite a guest. Oh, cool. That would be fun. We could do like a YouTube live here on TikTok. We'll just say if you do a $5 super chat donation, I'll email you an invite. You could jump on the show with me. We'll do a VOR YouTube live. That'd be awesome. Yeah, Chloe, I don't know how to put that up there. I thought I did. Okay, who else? We text what? You text VOR to 94253. For those of you that have just jumped on from TikTok, I assume that account's in major trouble. Unfortunately, we are trying to set up a infrastructure that we can be in touch with you when they shut the account down and we start a new account. So if you text VOR to 94253, we will be able to text you with alerts. We won't spam you. Send a text a week, every other week, something like that. But then you can keep in touch with us. We are working on scaling up VOR to the next level. We want to give Joe Rogan and those guys a run for their money. So he's got a lot of it. So yeah, we're working on that. Let me catch up on the chats. Marco, Praying for you, brother. How are you? We prayed for you on Saturday. Daughter stole something. Hey, sisters. Nebraska Paranormal. Good to see you. I hope you're still here, bro. How are you? If you guys aren't following Nebraska Paranormal on TikTok, please do. He doesn't talk about his beliefs a lot. He hunts ghosts and stuff, but that dude's got wisdom and he fears God. So, okay, I just found out there's something called ESG. I think it's true. What is that? I'm going to catch up on these chats here for a minute. While we're waiting on God to do the big things, we must get our homes in order to welcome those who find the truth and submit the last minute. Amen. Doesn't it feel like we're at the end? Did you guys see the TikTok video I just released? I'll go into that study in a minute. I'm going to get caught up on this chat message, and then I'm going to hopefully go into this crazy like Matthew 24 thing. 1G, no question here, but man, TikTok blows. Good seeing you here, man. Keep going. Thank you. God bless you. 1G, I appreciate that. I can tell you that if we didn't have support, I've had people reach out to me very similar to what this was said, and just like, you got to keep going, man. And I'm like, we're going to keep going as long as we can. And then, you know, part of why we're doing this tonight, it's like, if there's any way that you can help keep it going, I'll tell you guys a couple things about my wife and I, for those of you that don't know. We sold our house in Denver. We paid cash for this crappy old farm home. It was only $55,000. It's like buying a truck. We've put about 25 into it. We're building a little homestead. This is the only room that's livable. We live in this room. I kind of want to show you. Our bunk bed's over here. Our bathroom's over here. The rest of the house is basically unlivable. So we don't have a mortgage. We have one car payment, which we have to have an SUV up here. We live very humbly. We don't go on vacation. We went to, on Mother's Day last year, we drove down to Portland we have gone on vacation, whatever. We don't do Netflix. Can't tell you the last time I watched TV. Every dollar that we have in tech goes to like this kind of thing. So like subscriptions and things to keep VOR going. We do eat organic, which is obviously expensive. And we've got a 7-year-old who's already eating as much as I am. But anyways, we're very practical people. But it does take money, obviously. And so we don't want to burden anybody, but please, if the Holy Spirit nudges you, if he guides you, if you think you can support us with $5 here or there, we'd appreciate that and appreciate it greatly. So thanks for that, for saying that you support what we do, and then for actually putting in $5. That's amazing. Thank you. Check on a couple more of these messages here. I haven't said this in a little while. For the new TikTok people, text VOR to 94253. Look, Chloe, I figured out how to put this over the screen. It's fancy. That's my tech. Text VOR to 94253. And we will be able to keep in touch with you. Whatever format we roll out, whatever updates with the account. I said it earlier. I just signed up for Reddit. We have a Voice of Reasons Reddit page. Voice of Reasons on Reddit, and Reddit is going to be cool. Sounds like a 44-year-old to finally get into Reddit, but we can put videos, we can do chat, we can do lives. My manager is getting me connected with these 300,000 person groups on Christian TikTok, and I'm going to go on and do lives on there. So again, we're kind of starting to spread our wings outside of just TikTok. As much as I love it, love-hate relationship, we're doing this because that account is, unfortunately, we know. Okay. I almost did a Matthew 24 video today, but it was alien related. Yeah, check out the alien video we did. SEO NYC, a red heart. Thank you. I think that's good. Jessica, I gotta tell you something. Thank you for the gift, sweetheart. That sweet sister of ours, Jessica, was the very first gift we received with VOR. I'll show you. We had an idea that we were going to broadcast movies behind me. I was going to do like watch The Matrix with VOR, watch They Live. I get confused now. Watch The Truman Show, which we still kind of want to do. So we needed to buy a projector, and she gave us money for the projector, and we bought the projector and we tried to use it, and then there was a bunch of audio issues, and we only had like 20 people, whatever. So we haven't been using it, but I want you to know that I have it here. And so I can send it back to you 100%. We can sell it, split it, we can keep it. I just want you to know that it's here, and we try to be transparent with everything. So thank you, Nola. I appreciate that. Do I get all the money for super chats, or do they take chunks like TikTok? Nothing like TikTok. This is a good thing to tell you guys. We try to, when people give us gifts on TikTok, we so appreciate it. But just know that like TikTok takes like 80% of the gifts, maybe more, 85. It's a huge chunk. Huge. Which, you know, like a 50-50 thing seems valid, but whatever. It's their format. If they didn't ban me left and right, I'd be like, yeah, they get their chunk. You know, they give us an opportunity to basically get our information to people. So I understand that. But it's a huge chunk they take. So if you're ever on TikTok, whether it's me or another person, you know, hopefully they have a Cash App link in their bio or something. It'd be so much better to give the creator $5 than TikTok $30. You know what I mean? So I don't think TikTok's hurting for money. So anyways, I think just about every dollar on the super chat comes to us here. And that is something we're going to do. We're talking about formatting. You know, one of the things the manager's telling me is I'm really giving all of this away. And that's the goal. Like my goal is that there's the money here and I can give it all out, give it all away. I put it all out. You guys know that, all my emotions, all my research, all my effort into it. But people on YouTube will give me messages and I can't answer them because I'm too focused on getting the message out or whatever. So if we do the super chat, if you guys are ever on the YouTube, we just crossed 1,000 subscribers recently, so this is a new phenomenon. But if you have a question, it's like time sensitive, or you just want me to address it, I will address super chat questions always. So that's the super chat idea. You want to watch Terminator 2 with VOR? I don't know. Maybe. A lot of... I rather think my son might be John Connor. I don't know. But not like the Edward Furlong kind, like the comic book character kind. Do I have Venmo? Jody, thank you. We do have Venmo. Chloe's Venmo in the link tree?
It should be. I'll double check.
She'll get that up in Linktree. We have Cash App for sure, and she's going to put Venmo up in the TikTok Linktree. So hopefully I can catch up on some of the messages here. Thank you guys for being here. If you're new to this show tonight, instead of doing like a full VOR lesson, we're promoting the other platforms, ways to stay in touch with us. The TikTok account is in trouble. It's got the account warning thing. Last time this happened, the next violation I got, it was just gone, flushed down the toilet. So we've put it into private mode. So if you're seeing videos on TikTok, you're someone that follows me or that we're friends. And that's how we're going to have to kind of keep it for now, which sucks because like putting a lot of effort in these last videos, and I'm used to seeing 20, 60, 80, 200,000 views, and it's like 1,500. But whatever, we're going to have to start a new one. But anyways, a really good way to keep in touch with us. We're trying this. Hopefully we're able to make good on it, meaning, you know, utilize this technology. This is the manager's idea, and I think it's going to be a really good way to keep in touch with you guys. If you text VOR to 94253, 94253, that's going to be for important updates, not like spamming. We're not going to spam you, I promise. What else do we have? We just started off, I don't know if you guys are on Truth, but I'm excited to see what happens there. I'm not politically aligned, but if I can't get banned, that'd be great. So it's going to be Voice of Reasons on Truth Social. We started a Reddit channel, Voice of Reasons on Reddit, which is really exciting. Reddit's going to be a really cool application. And then the Discord. If you're not on our Discord, please join the Discord. Amazing Christians in there. Really casual Christians. We do a Bible study. We do prayer group, and we share a bunch of information. And there's some amazing people in there. So Discord, text. How else can I make you guys, you know, feel obligated? Reddit, Truth Social, if you're on any of those things. The text message, and then subscribing on YouTube. And then the last thing I'll say about YouTube for now is that ideally the last two shows I did, I'm really disappointed that they only got like 150 views each. If you have people that have questions about aliens, if you have people that would be interested in the science of propaganda, which is really important, it deals with the social engineering of this reality and how the elites, in their own words, Edward Bernays, the father of propaganda, and also Aldous Huxley, who wrote Brave New World. There's a little spoiler in here if you haven't watched it. It turns out in my research, I discovered that Aldous Huxley's grandfather, this is so crazy. If you guys didn't watch the video, please do. Aldous Huxley, the guy who wrote Brave New World, his brother, Julian Huxley, was the first general of UNESCO, which is a one world system. He really helped popularize academic evolution. He was a huge fan of Margaret Sanger and eugenics. That was Aldous Huxley's brother. And their grandpa, Thomas Henry Huxley, was Darwin's bulldog. And by my research, the theory of evolution would have never taken off. It would have just been Darwin's idea if it weren't for Thomas Henry Huxley and a bunch of money. The system totally generated that information, forced it down our throats. It's become our reality. This is how we have a secular order, and it's totally this Huxley family, which is yeah. So anyways, I covered that, and it's really wild information when you see it all pieced together. Thank you, Ilya. Do whatever you want. We watched The Matrix on it together. We did watch The Matrix. I think we should do that. Chloe, what do you think we do we could do just a hangout on TikTok. That'd be kind of cool, right? Just us watching a movie.
Sorry, I'm going back and forth.
Need to find a way for Canadians to give me juicy cash. Yeah, it's hard with Canada and the exchange rate. What's that?
You asked me something.
Oh, I don't know what I asked you. That was so long ago. It's gone. Jonathan, thank you, Morsey. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Ow. Thank you for that. Do I have a website? J Mira. Yes. Thank you for asking. I should have probably told you that. We don't really use it a whole lot because we're honestly not doing great with managing our business. It is voiceofreasonsofficial.com. voiceofreasonsofficial.com. We need to make a decision if we're Voice of Reasons or Voice of Reasons Official. I've always done official because it sounds really official. You know that? But yeah, voiceofreasonsofficial.com. What we have on the website is merch. I forgot to mention merch. Certified Conspiracy Theorist shirt. That's on there. They Lie, which is a play off of They Live, that poster, that movie. But it's They Lie, and it's a theory of evolution. Very fitting for the Bernays Huxley discussion. Truth social name, Voice of Reasons. Just Voice of Reasons. I posted my first video today, and we've got 25, something like that, 20 followers just from the one video, which is good. I'm excited. I'm planning to distribute all of the content from TikTok onto there. See how that goes. And that's a big part of this. Like, we need to be the Hydra in this, right? People have tried to manage me, and it's just a daunting thing. I'm a donkey. I try, but people have been like, the last account, Captain Gabriel was like, you gotta use TikTok to funnel people to the other things. And I'm like, I'm gonna be on TikTok forever. Wee, gone, right? Brokenhearted. Started the second account. Started VOR Radio. What's cool? This is VOR Radio episode 61. Got to delete a couple. But anyways, yeah, we officially VOR Radio 61, and these 61 shows were because that first TikTok account got shut down. So rather than packing it in with this account, being shut down, which it hasn't yet, but it's there. I mean, we'll see. But anyways, we're going to do the same kind of thing. Like every time they whack-a-mole us, we're going to come back up in multiple places. We're just going to keep fighting. I'm believing God that I do this every day for the rest of my life. Well, 6 days a week, maybe, ish, 5.5, 6 days a week. I got to do some work in the garden here and there, but that's what I'm believing God we're going to do. And so if you are someone who appreciates what we're doing, but you have advice for us, please reach out. We love comments. If you're someone who is following us on TikTok, please find other ways to be in touch with us, because we don't want to lose you when we lose the account. And I know I keep saying this, but I'm doing this kind of as a pledge drive for getting people away from TikTok. Please text VOR to 94253. That's a way to keep in touch with us. VOR to 94253. We will send alerts as they come in. If they're relevant, we won't spam you. Okay. You're on Truth Social. Perfect. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Let's see. We did watch together. That was awesome. Thank you, Jamir. I appreciate it. Couldn't find me on Truth. What's the name over there? It's Voice of Reasons. Can you, are we on TikTok still, Mom?
I'm back and forth.
Can you look at the Truth Social thing and see what,
Your username?
yeah, I'm sure I think it's Voice of Reasons. It's Voice of Reasons official. Yeah, that's how I do it. Just complicate things that don't need to be complicated. Make it impossible. It's very me. Apparently it's Voice of Reasons official. Maybe I need to do both. I don't know. If there's a Voice of Reasons and it's not me, clearly not official. All right. I will take this that we've caught up here. You have 4 accounts on Truth Social. Awesome. Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited about doing that again. I hadn't really talked about this earlier, but our goal is to have a standalone media channel, platform, operation, whatever it would be, where I can say whatever I want to. Because you guys get 40%. That's not true, probably 60% of what I want to say. And those of you in the Discord know that I come unfettered pretty easily. And I'm passionate. I'm a passionate guy. And I've had discussions with just one-on-one discussions where I go into a full preach rant. Just me and one other person, and they're like, wow. I've heard people are like, it doesn't. You don't turn it off. Streaming issues?
My phone's wigging out.
Okay. That might be a problem. We might have an internet problem. Can you guys let me know if you can see me? I'll drink some water.
Back on.
I'm back on. Okay, anyways, yeah, I want to be able to do this more. How Joe Rogan has his guests, and it's pretty loose. I want to be able to do that. That's the goal. Is getting to the point where we can say whatever we want to, and not have to worry about controllers shutting us down. So we understand it's going to be a process to get there. But I believe that we're going to have important discussions with important people, with a lot of people watching. That's the point. Like, those of you that were in the VOR lives with the first account when I was in the bathroom, can I get a roll call for how many of you here would hang out with me in my bathroom last year? It was like a dozen of us or something, 6 of us sometimes. I kind of want to pull one of those up. Oh, I will. That I can do. That I know how to do. Let's see here. I just got to find it. I'll show you guys. This will be a throwback. See, you guys don't have the access to the old content. I have it all. I have it all in here. I need to get it out of there, but okay. VOR band hits. Give me a second to pull this up. Just give me a second here. It's probably loud, sorry. TikTok lives. I should show you guys how ridiculous it is. Okay, I'm gonna do a screen share here, and it's gonna be a window. TikTok vids. Okay. What do I want to show? Here's some, we should do that. We should do like a throwback old content, like watch the old account content. That'd be fun. Like the very first, here's the very first video. Let me see. I don't know if the volume's going to play. I thought that it would show that. Oh, entire screen. That'll work. All right. Hopefully this will... My desktop. This is my life. Hopefully this will play audio. Let me know if you hear it. This is the very first video we ever made. Can you hear that? Sean was there. DJ. Can you hear the audio there? Okay. Anyways, that's the bathroom time. Wish I could make that play. This is the very first video that nobody saw. This is the video that I made here on YouTube that got banned. I got a strike on YouTube, so I went over to TikTok. And then I was on TikTok, and then I got banned and came over to YouTube. It's fun. Whack-a-mole. Anyways, yeah. The old account, the bathroom time, the bathroom years. The double sit experiment. There's the bathroom. Anyways, so that was always the plan. Like, you know, at one point we build this thing. What I'm confident in is that I am searching for the truth. And with my research, the only truth that I think that there is that the God of the universe is the author of the Bible, and Jesus somehow is the Bible made flesh. So, in essence, Jesus is the truth. It's not a huge surprise. Everything else is in the air for me. But the goal is to defend God. The goal is to look critically at this reality. God has given me a very unique and complicated mind. I appreciate the grace everybody gives me that knows how mercurial I am and manic and such. But I have an ability to really dive into concepts and make connections and high recall ability. And my goal is to honor God and represent that truth. And so that's the confidence. It's like, sure, if I debate Neil deGrasse Tyson and he says, you know, how do you know, how many the deuterium atoms prove the Big Bang and blah, blah, blah. And like, I might not know the answer, but it's like let me get back to you on that thing. Everything about this reality fits into this paradigm. And when I made the operating system, I knew it was so effortless. All I needed was time. And if you go back and watch it, it's rough around the edges. I'll be honest. I can't even watch the first 30 minutes. It's not very good. But his first 30 minutes, I'd never even used an editing platform. I knew what Chloe saw, the pages and pages of notes that I had. And I could see in my head how to build this thing. I knew the next step. I knew what the next scene looked like. And I'd come across these revelations, and I just was putting it together. I was so in love with it. I am so in love with this. It's this legacy thing in my life. It's a legacy thing in my family's life. You know, my mom, God rest her soul, she was a fervent Christian. Very difficult living under the way that she believed, a lot of levity and a lot of weight to it. And when she died, you know, I could have walked away and never came back, but God graciously called me back. But some of this information was my mom's information. Some of this information is the heart my mom had for God. I've had success in so many other fields. Like, it's fine to win. It's fine to make money. It's fine to whatever. Usually make money for other people. But this thing just has, and when we're on the Discord and people are saying how it's blessing them, or they're getting to know God, or they're getting to trust Scripture, or the comments tonight, even the the $5 that the guy threw and said, I just want to say thank you. Like, we, almost everybody wouldn't have left the job I had. I had a secure job, and I made a pretty good amount of money in Denver, and we had a really nice place, and we had that life. And my wife was unhappy, and I was really sick, and we just wanted to serve God. Like, we just turned. I had this, like, Jonah was calling me, and I'm like, no, I don't care about the Ninevites. Let them burn. I was like, I'm just doing my thing. And by just saying, like, God, we trust you, and taking this biblical move across the country, he has opened up so many amazing doors and has blessed and touched people. So I give God the glory. And I encourage people, like, the system has programmed us to believe exactly what it needs us to believe for us to do exactly what it needs us to do. And everybody has a strength. I'm not going to sit here and say, kumbaya, if you find your thing, you're going to be a millionaire. Like, it's not how it works. But you have a strength, and the devil knows it, and God knows it, and the devil is trying to stop you to pursue it. You're too busy, you're too tired, you're too stressed, you can't pursue it. But if God's telling you to do something, you got to do it. You got to do it. It's scary. It's scary. And, like in this situation, trying to, pay your bills, provide for your family in a basically free medium. It's free. Everything I've ever made is free. The only thing I've ever charged for is my t-shirts, and I make like $3 profit. Printful makes most of the money. And then to have the goal be represent the living God and talk about conspiracy and cancel culture. It's crazy. It is by the grace of God. I can tell you this. We'd have run out of money entirely if it wasn't for support from the VOR family. And I know this because we took the last money out of savings, and it was like, there's money in Cash App and stuff because God has blessed us, Venmo, Patreon. So we've got a few months or whatever ahead of us, and this is what my manager is talking about. Like, we're looking at this like a 3-month deal. This is kind of like, it'd be totally vulnerable. We're looking at about a 3-month deal, and I'm believing God that we'll see that 4th month and the 5th month, and I know he's gonna keep challenging me, like, hey, you got 2 more months, what are you gonna do? Hot shot. And I'm always like looking at jobs, like, how you are, how the flesh is, and God just keeps encouraging us, like, go. And so this manager that's gonna help us level up, we're looking at this as a 3-month kind of thing, and this is why the aggressive, you guys, a lot of you guys have seen a lot of my content and know that the vast majority of the time I don't talk about this kind of thing. It's just like debate atheists, talk about God, talk about conspiracy, make deductions. But we, what he was saying, and this is just true, is like, yeah, I've always been somebody to just give myself away. I'm a codependent person. I just give it away. And we need to ramp up. We need more involvement. We need more, I don't know if commitment's the word. Whenever a TikTok account goes down, you realize it's like, wow, that was 6 months. Start over. It's like Groundhog Day or 50 First Dates. Like, start over. 7 views, 70 views, 700 views, so on. And we don't want to start over from zero with you guys. If you're somebody who watched this on TikTok, and you're like, I appreciate Voice of Reasons. The reason why we're bringing you over here is we need to be able to be in contact with you outside of TikTok. That account is going to go away at some point. I don't want to talk against it, but the trend is that it's going away. So we need to be able to be in contact with you when the account goes down, because just because you don't see us on TikTok doesn't mean we're not doing this, because we are going to keep doing this. We're going to do it here on YouTube. We're going to do it on Reddit. We're going to do it on Truth Social. We're going to do it on TikTok with a new account. And let me tell you how all those work. Sorry for all of you that have heard this 5 times now. The first thing is we're setting up an SMS text alert. Excuse me. That is text VOR to 94253. Text VOR to 94253. And we'll be able to get in touch with you. If, God forbid, that account goes down, let's say next week, you'll be getting a text message. Here's the link to Voice of Reason's official 4. If we're changing platforms, we're doing this, we're doing that, we have a guest, something big. We're not just going to text you for every video I make or anything. Not going to be anything like that. That's one way to get a hold of you. Another way to stay in contact with us is Discord. We have an amazing Discord community. It's about 300 of us in there. Christians, peer-based learning. We do Bible study. We do prayer group. There's no pressure. Jump in. We have rooms. I'm there all the time yammering, just talking over everybody, interrupting everybody like a jerk. My brother A10 is there. He's older than me, and if you haven't heard from my brother, you should join the Discord just to hear from him. He's interesting. He's some like, him and I are kind of like a little bit of Rob Skiba and like David Flynn. Like, that's who we were like really learning under, but he reminds me of like a David Flynn type, really like high intellect, high spiritual acuity too, low emotional IQ. It's really fun. It's fun. He's fun to know. You should know my brother. The other thing is, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. Because if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, if we're shut down on TikTok, what is it, Chloe? If you're shut down on TikTok, if we're shut down on TikTok, we'll come over here and we'll do the VOR Radio. So if the TikTok account's humming, I don't know, be here or there. But again, we sort that out on Discord. We started a Reddit, VOR. I think it's called Voice of Reasons on Reddit. If you're on Reddit, go check it out. Truth Social, I think somebody clarified, it's Voice of Reasons Official on Truth Social. And then the goal is at some point we either move away from those or just use those to kind of, let people know that we're still doing this, but have our own operation where we can have on whoever we want to and say whatever we want to. Can you imagine that? I could have the, COVID water guy on the show, like Stu Peters. Getting to some really controversial stuff. So that's the goal. Let me check up on chat, and then I want to share with you guys what I came across in my research. And then Elia, if you or Chloe could know something else I need to reiterate. Let's see here. It's all about faith, amen. You got to know how to take advantage of the system legally. There's a way. Yeah, I agree. We're going to learn some of that inside information. He will provide. Can't finish this tomorrow. 11 to entire. Love you. Appreciate it, Kev. Thank you for being here. Yeah, no pressure. You guys don't have to finish this up. Again, this is like a Jerry Lewis telethon thing more than it's like a standard YouTube show. You're on Truth Social. I'm hopping off, so good to see you, Beth. Thank you. Okay, cool. Here's my plan then. I'll cover the thing that I found today, and then maybe answer one more ring of questions, one more spiel about everything, and then be done. You're both super interesting to listen to. Awesome. Yeah. It's Kelly. Mini bag story. No. Mimi bag story. Okay. That's a super chat. I gotta respect that. Alright, yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Luke will tell story time. Story time. Super chat story time. And then I'll do the discovery thing. So I had a cat who my brother Peter actually rescued from underneath the crawl space of the old crappy house we had in Denver. And the mom had left her for dead because she was genetically not well. So we played Captain Save a Cat, and we pulled her up and we bottle fed her to health, and she was always the runt, and she was always very sickly. We named her Midget. Now this was in 2008, and it was a more acceptable word to use. Wouldn't name a cat that now. Different times. Anyways, so Midget was a mess, and she was always afraid, hiding from everything. Oh, so what? Like, I think her mom was like, "Now listen to me, Midget." Meow, 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 meow. Do you think they use telekinesis? Animals? How do they communicate? No way. They're like, meow. They're like, oh, meow. Yeah, I totally get that. not a language. Anyways, we think that her mom was like, listen to me, midget, meow. You have to run, meow. You always have to run. Any sound, meow, you ever hear, you run, meow. And midget was like, meow, right? Well, poor little scared cat. She lived, actually up until this year. She died this year of kidney failure on my chest about February, March. But she lived a pretty long life considering 12 years. I think we got out of her. 14 years. Wow. Anyways, I had lived at the time with an ex-girlfriend who we were the owners of the cat, however that relationship dynamic works. We owned the midget. And in the little condo or whatever it was that we lived in, it was like a, what are they called? Yeah, condo. It's like a condo. Anyways, there was a plastic bag on the floor or somewhere, and somehow midget, maybe was playing with it, maybe walked through whatever, but ran through the armhole. Was it an armhole of the bag? The loop? Ran through the loophole of the bag, and it stuck on her stupid body and became like a parachute, like a NASCAR parachute. And it scared her, obviously, more than you could ever imagine. And she just ran to the one room, in the next room. And we're like trying to catch her, like back and forth and back and forth. And you couldn't even see her. She was so tiny. It's just this plastic bag. So yeah, we tried to catch her for a little while, and then we just both fell over laughing and rolling laughing, and she just continued from on the ground laughing. I don't know how long it went on for. I don't know if the bag went away or what. She got out of it or whatever, but there's the midget story. Okay, you guys, if you have some stories, throw a couple bucks in the super chat. Okay, so here's the discovery. What did I do here? So, all right. That's Skexy. We should start here. There's the Huxley family. This is from my last show. Dark Crystal Skexy. That's how you spell that. For sure. Multiple. Look, it's Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi. I don't know what sounds they make. Is that not her? Anyways, let's see here. Matthew 24. If you guys haven't seen the show I did on Matthew 24 last year, it's on my YouTube. Please go back and look at it. It's the only end times video I've done, but it's aging really well so far, including the white horse, red horse, and black horse. It's kind of a cool thing to watch. It was recorded in the bathroom. And so far so good in looking at this information. But so, we've got Matthew 24, a couple cool things here. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the buildings of the temple. I love that. He took them to the temple to show them the temple, to show him the temple. And like, if you watch The Chosen, you kind of get a feel, like, a really cool dynamic of Jesus and the apostles. But before I had seen The Chosen, I just always imagined Jesus being like, oh yeah, like when your son or daughter's like, look at this thing I made, and you're like, yeah. Jesus is like, thanks for showing me the temple. I didn't know about this. Tell me how it works again. But he was like probably genuinely interested, like a good dad. Anyways. And Jesus said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And this is important because when the Romans destroyed the temple after this, they also, it was a fire, and it melted a lot of the artifacts, the Solomon artifacts. And so the gold melted into and between the bricks. It's not watertight, obviously. But that area, the gold like melted in between the bricks somehow. So the Romans actually took it apart brick by brick to get the gold out between the bricks. So Jesus was right. This whole thing is so profound, this chapter. And they came to him and they said, when will this be? What will be the sign of your coming and the end of the world? Jesus, I'm not going to go to a whole teaching, but Jesus said unto them, take heed that no man deceives you, for many shall come in my name, say I am the Christ, and shall deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars. My goodness, is rumors of wars an apt description of what's going on in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. That's all I'll say about that. Do not be troubled. Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines, like food shortages. A famine is a food shortage. This food shortage thing is a nightmare, and it's totally synthesized. It's so well coordinated. It's unbelievable. This formula thing I'm going to show you. If you haven't seen it already, maybe watch the TikTok video I made on it. It is unbelievable what they're doing. I'm going to get really fiery here, I think. Yeah, so if you hang on this long and let me do my Jerry Lewis. I need a microphone, one of those weird metal microphones with a little teeny tiny ball on the end. Hey, pledge. The pledge is we were hoping for like 50 subscribers on YouTube and 50 people signing up for the text messaging. I think that's what we were shooting for. So hopefully you guys signed up. If you haven't signed up, I haven't said it in a little while. Please text VOR to 94253. This is the pledge drive. Sign up to the text services, so if the TikTok account goes down, I don't lose you. If you haven't signed up in Discord and whatever else, VOR to 94253. 94253. Okay. Yeah, so if you stuck on for all of this, it's going to get good here in a little bit, hopefully. Can I get back in focus? It's be blurry. Thanks, M50. Oh, there it goes. It's like, don't talk bad about me. Okay, so these are the beginning of sorrows. Eli, I hope you get to see this. This is really intense that Yeshua said this. They shall deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. We see that, right? Like Christians are the enemy. And then shall many be offended, and they shall betray one another and shall hate one another. Many false prophets will rise and deceive many. This line is so amazing. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. I'm sure you guys study like this. Ooh, maybe I'll go into that in a second. If we don't study like this, this is, you get to see. Oh, sweet, now I'm into Gmail. Great. Let's see here. Google. Gotta use Google. Trusted source. I had to go through so many things, I forgot what I was Googling. Oh, iniquity. Iniquity definition. Immoral or grossly unfair behavior. Okay. There's another word for it too. I don't want the definition in the Bible particularly. This is, the Bible is, I'm spelling crazy good tonight. From in, not, and just. Okay, so this is the problem. We think of the word iniquity, and we think sin, right? This is how we think. Our pastors told us that. Everybody's afraid they're going to hell. The pastor, told us that, and like everything's about sin. And then like, what is sin? It's really complicated. Like you ate bacon, you ate a cheeseburger, you sinned. Or you lied, you sinned. Or you thought about a woman, you sinned. I mean, it's complicated, right? So when we read this, because iniquity shall abound, people think because of the lot of sin. Well, I will just tell you that probably, like, just thinking rationally here, there's X amount of sin percentage per capita, per human. Like, they're doing like the carbon footprint thing, right? Like, each human emits 5 cubic air pounds of carbon. Like, you emit X amount of percent of sin carbon footprint too. We all do. This is what happens. I don't think that changes a ton. I think it's probably, worse now, but not tremendously. It's just we're that way. So you read this and you go, Because sin, like people think that Sodom and Gomorrah was just sin. They think the flood was just sin. It's more complicated than that. And it comes down to this anti-God secular order that's totally hell-bent on repurposing God's reality and removing God as rightful owner, this spirit of Nimrod nonsense, nightmare, anti-God system. Like that's where the judgment comes in. So anyways, because iniquity shall abound. So when you see iniquity, you think sin. Let's look at this from Latin. In, which is not, inverse, in some other word. It's not coming to me. Not equal or just. So like if you're upside down in your house, that would be inequity. It's unjust. It's not just behavior. Okay? So let me just give you a little VOR in context of what we're talking about. It is unjust that I don't condemn, I don't judge anyone, and I don't discriminate against anyone. I'm very peaceful largely. And, you know, yes, of course, we've had like debates and people debate and I get fired up and they get fired up. But the vast majority of the time I'm, you know, very cordial with people. And I'm not telling people what to do medically. I'm not telling people what to do politically. And I'm still getting my account shut down. If you look at my community violations, it's the most ridiculous things. My last violation was I was talking about if aliens were real and if they were demons. Right? To me, this is my profession. And I'm working really hard, and I'm speaking the truth, and I'm being shut down. That is an inequity. That is an injustice, which is a little bit different than sin. And I'm just one guy. There is so much iniquity. You know what else is iniquity? You know what else is iniquity? That the mothers were lied to and told that formula was better than breast milk. That's an inequity. That's an iniquity. Okay? Mother's milk is the most miraculous salve, baby digestive salve. How would you describe mother's milk? Baby digestive salve. HGH is in there, all of the antibodies, the colostrum, like, is so important. And the people that they trust, the doctors, the media, they're like, yeah, just formula feed. Give them some corn syrup. Corn syrup. They don't need lactose. Think about lactose intolerant. Like, that's inequity. Trusting people and them just fleecing you. Trusting the authorities and them just robbing you. That's inequity. Iniquity. Anyways. It's unjust. There's a lot of injustice going on right now, is my point. And because injustice shall abound. And that's fair. We call it clown town, upside down world. Up is down. You know, truth is lie, lie is truth. That's what I see. You know, people give me a hard time about saying shit. And I say, show me the Bible verse. And they say, don't curse. I'm like, that's not cursing. Don't swear. It's not swearing. We've talked about it. One of my here is corrupt communications. Okay? If you want to interpret don't do corrupt communications as saying don't say the word shit, I think corrupt communications is the media. I think that misrepresenting everything and forcing it down people's light and gaslighting them if they don't listen is corrupt communication. Anyways. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But now we've got a cause and effect thing. You've got a callousness coming, right? Yeah, if you're only around iniquity and injustice, your heart will become calloused. Jesus is talking about physics. This is the laws of thermodynamics. Equal and inverse reaction, however. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this, which by the way, when I had this discussion, it was about the rapture and, you know, kind of where it would be potentially. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all of the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Okay. I'm watching The Chosen, and I've heard, like, I get it. It could be a little bit wonky. I'm not even really, I don't know. Excuse me. I would suggest you watch it if you are founded in your faith and you're not going to be swayed, kind of like the Book of Enoch, but it's really helped me feel a little bit of a better connection to Christ and to the whole situation, because I'm not a great reader, and seeing it played out as well as it is has been really a benefit to me. But anyways, I had this idea when I was watching it that the chosen is the gospel being told in a modern, updated version for today. This is the gospel presented today to the world in the form and the medium that they would be able to consume it. And it's going to be shown to the whole world. Well, a huge chunk. They're saying 1 billion people are going to watch it. So as I came across this, I was like, wow, maybe this is the chosen. You get weird with the Bible, but like, this gospel, the kingdom shall be preached in all the world. That's going to be in every corner of the earth. The sphere Earth. I kid. For a witness, like, that's going to be a huge witness, right? Anyways, I was like, quickly Googled, when does The Chosen end? They're planning to do 7 seasons. And I said, we were watching The Chosen. I was like, if this thing ends in 2024, I'm going to lose it, because I kind of think that it's a possibility that we're in the tribulation and middle point is 2024. Kind of thinking a possibility is the best I'm going to say. I'm not setting a date. I don't know. Not trending in the right direction, though. Anyways. Sure enough, they end in 2024. I'm like, whoa. I think that could be the middle point. Hopefully not. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, let he who is in Judea flee into the mountains. Don't go back into your house to get anything, just straight bail. This is what I was looking into. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. We are all familiar with this whole thing. There's no formula. Because of iniquity, people were taught that it was an elective. Yeah, you don't want to breastfeed, it'll be bad for your breasts, it'll, whatever. It's a lot of work pumping. It's a lot of work, by the way. Make sure I tell you that I watched my wife go through that, and that's a lot. It was amazing. She breastfed for a year. It's a lot. Breastfeeding's a lot. And if you're planning to be a mother, if you can breastfeed, that's probably the right direction. And so just know that it's a huge undertaking. I'm not dismissing it. And I understand there's sometimes people can't do it. I'm not judging anybody. But it's an iniquity to me for doctors to go, yeah, it's just as good. Formula, it's easy. And then they totally disrupt the supply chain and cause an artificial shortage. And then moms can't feed their babies because they're not producing milk. That's inequity to me. And this is the discovery. Jesus said, woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. It's a very specific warning. Oh, look at this. Military aircraft arrives in U.S. with baby formula from Europe. You know what? They had it in Europe. They had it in Europe. All the baby formula you would need. You realize it was sanctions? It was the FDA that stopped it from getting here. The FDA. Oh, I can't read it. Meh. I'm not signing up for that. That's a bummer. Fine. I'll read it on my phone because I screenshotted it. Wall Street Journal. Why is the FDA seizing baby formula during a baby formula shortage? Hundreds of thousands of parents in the U.S. are scrambling to find formula for their babies, and President Biden has invoked the Defense Production Act, a Cold War-era national security law to boost domestic production. Yet the Food and Drug Administration has been enforcing an effective ban on formula from Europe, the world's largest producer and exporter. Some of the current shortage of baby formula derives from pandemic-related labor and supply chain problems. They're just going to use that one forever. I made a video last year on my TikTok with 2x4 prices, like just exposing all of the ridiculous sawmill fires and the Suez Canal. This whole thing's a movie. Some of the current shortage of baby formula derives from pandemic-related labor and supply chain problems, as well as a recall of Abbott nutritional formula products. I wonder who issued the recall. Anyways, nonetheless, American parents want European formulas. Some believe they are healthier, while others report seeing fewer symptoms of acid reflux and food intolerance after switching. The countries in the European Union they ban corn syrup. European Union food standards ban corn syrup, commonly found in U.S. formula, and require at least 30% of the carbs to come from lactose, which scientists believe is preferable. Basically, they give you like a version of formula that's actually good for babies. Oh, my baby has acid reflux. Oh, my baby has food sensitivities because it's sucking down GMO, high fructose corn syrup formula and whatever else the carb is. I wouldn't be surprised at anything on what the carb is, the American carb. You should be louder, computer. Hey. I don't know what I'm doing. It's making it be so whiny. But anyways, so you've got these parents who are like, oh, wow, Europe has good formula. It's non-corn syrup, which I don't have to worry about the GMO stuff. It's got like actual lactose. That's just got to be good because it's like part of the design. When I found this today, I've been all fired up all week, and some parents prefer the variety that European brands offer, reporting that their babies seem to like the taste better and have gained more weight. So the baby wants to drink it because it's not poison and it's good for them, so they put on weight. Crazy parents. Well, at least we live in a country where parents who can find good formula will be able to get this, right? Like, hey, I'm a mother and I would like to get the European baby formula because it's really good for me. It's good for my baby. He likes it, doesn't give him acid reflux. He doesn't have food sensitivity to it. That's great, let's do it. And America would be like, yeah, totally, right? Movies do it best, yes, they would. Well, no, that's not the country we live in. That's not the country we live in. We live in a country where the FDA says, no, you can't have European formula. While these brands don't work for everyone, having the choice allows parents to experiment until they find the right fit. Parental demand led to American mom and pop vendors selling European formula because the manufacturers wouldn't make the effort. They even provided translated instructions, but the FDA in the past year has cracked down on these sellers. Cracked down on sellers who are buying European formula and making instructions in English and getting parents good formula. Non-American. That's the world we live in. You have to buy your formula from another country. And then the FDA cracks down on the mom and pop sellers trying to do this. That's the world we live in. That's unjust. But the FDA in the past year, crazy timing. It's all synthesized. Has cracked down on these sellers. Cracked down. Don't you think of like a drug bust? Like a drug bust. They crack down on these mom and pop formula sellers selling this good formula. Parents who tried to purchase directly from Europe had hundreds of dollars of formula seized by U.S. customs agents. Hey, we bought the formula, it's coming. Don't worry. No, it's stuck at customs and you're not getting your formula. You have to try to go to Walmart to get your formula. but they don't have any. One parent reported that she had nearly $700 of formula destroyed at the border in the middle of a national formula shortage. But Jesus called unto them. If somebody at the FDA is watching, or the NSA, whoever in the deep state, whoever's interested in this, just pass this along. This is from my boss. But Jesus called unto him and said, Suffer little children to come unto me, and forbid them not. For as such is the kingdom of God. Verily I say unto you, whosoever shall not receive the kingdom of God as a little child shall in no wise enter therein. That wasn't the scripture I was thinking. Here's a better one. It would be better for him if a millstone were hung around his neck and he were cast into the sea, than he should cause one of these little ones to sin. It's also not it. Whatever, it's in there somewhere. I'll have to find somebody I don't spitball. Anyways, there's a thing in there where Jesus is like, don't hurt the children or I'll give you cement boots and bury you in the ocean or something. I'm paraphrasing, but... Oh, I can't. I'll pull that up again. The FDA's actions have exacerbated the problem that they were trying to solve. The agency cites concerns about storing and transporting powdered formula to avoid bacterial contamination or product deterioration. But by shutting down trusted vendors who had built a reputation on importing and selling high-quality products, the FDA drove desperate parents to untested sellers, creating the shortage and handling concerns that caused the FDA to distrust European products. And I don't have the end of it, unfortunately, but it's an opinion piece, and the guy says that he's hoping that the FDA is working in the best interest of parents, but there's the concern that basically special interest, meaning the real power behind the throne, has set this up so, you only buy the domestic stuff and you only buy the garbage and get your kids sick and feed them just crap. Sucks. Really sucks they did this. But Jesus predicted it, which is really cool. Woe unto those who are nursing in this time. Unbelievable times we're living in. Okay. Because lawlessness is increased. Yeah, I think it's I'm curious now. Is the lawless one the man of iniquity? It's the same guy, right? I'll have to look into it. I think I'm too tired to do that. But yeah, there's lawless inequity. Like, it's just not fair. Not dealing correctly. An unfair balance, right? It's just this whole idea God hates when you are just do unfair dealings. It's very specific against that for many reasons, which is awesome. You're speaking the truth. Your speech in that is right. Thank you. In Mexico, there's plenty of baby formula. Just can't get it over here. Is it true that the owner of TikTok is Catholic? Chinese Catholic? No, I think he's Chinese. And I haven't heard that he's Catholic, no. You mean like Jesuit Catholic? I don't know if there's any truth to that. That's the first I'd heard of that. The Catholic Church and then Novus Ordo. Yeah. So I could speak to that a little bit. I'll turn this into a little bit of like more of a TikTok Q&A. So if you super chat, you certainly get your questions answered. If you don't, I will do my best to answer for a little bit. I plan on doing about another 10 minutes here. Okay, so the Catholic Church is one of many tentacles of this system, in my opinion. They're not the one. Everybody wants to go, oh, it's the Jews, it's the Catholics, it's the Freemasons, it's the this, it's the that. They have agents inside of each one of those operations. And the Catholic Church, unfortunately, and I've got some people that I really love that are Catholic, and some of them that fear God and are Catholic to this day, so I don't want to be judgmental, but with the Catholic Church, you have this, the foundation was laid in a pantheist pagan system when Constantine did that. But Constantine seemed like he was an okay guy. He actually did a lot for Christianity, but the issue is just that, the devil knows that he just needs to get the top person in everything. The top person at the car dealership. There's people in this room that I know that know what I'm talking about. The top position at the city council, the top position at the city, at the state, the top person in the Supreme Court, the top person at the Catholic Church, the top person at the head of the Masons, the top person. You get those top people in there, then you can have quite a recruiting process and vetting system. And it just ends up being the same agenda. But yes, the world system is working at breakneck speeds to introduce a new secular order, Novo Ordo Seclorum. They've done it. They're not even working towards it. They're done it. We're Christians are already relegated to the dustbin of history. We're a dwindling breed. With my research in the proliferation of atheism and what people believe about aliens, it's when Bill Nye said in another 100 years this won't even be a thing. That's the direction we're heading, unfortunately. No, obviously God can supernaturally stop that. This is where those that are called by his name are supposed to pray, and he can heal the land, and we all have an assignment to represent Jesus. I'm big not into judging people and saying who's going to hell and who isn't, but just trying to live how Jesus said and hopefully represent in that way and minister to people with it would be the goal. Better, easier said than done, but so I don't want to curse us or misspeak our fate, but the trend is vanquishing Christianity and transitioning to entirely a secular order, which is what Nimrod was really working on in Babel. And what had happened, I don't know if you guys know the story, but if you read Josephus, everybody was living in the mountains. And Nimrod's like, come back down to the valley. And everybody's like, no, the floods could happen again. He's like, we're not worried about the flood. We've got technology. We're going to build this. Isn't it crazy? We've got technology, and we're going to build the tower higher than the flood waters could ever get. And so we're not worried about God anymore. Because that was like God's big card was the flood, right? He's like, we got that. And he brought everybody out of the mountains and into the valley, and he said to everybody, you think God did this? You think God did that? You did it. It was this human secular order. You did it. Anyways, that's this whole thing. Listen to Yuval Noah Harari. He's like, might be the guy that gives life unto the image of the beast, but who is likened to the image of the beast? WHO. Anyways, I don't know if I answered that. I was just went on a ramble, but yeah, it's all part of it. And the daggone fish hat, that he's into, and the weird torture Jesus stuff that they do, and the pagan fertility and pagan winter solstice, and yes, no bueno, no bien. Mary, come on. Yes, because they wanted to use the formula that China newly manufactured, and Bill Gates is part of it. Wow, that makes sense. Plant-based baby formula. Yeah, right? Hey, plants. No more breast milk. No more natural birth. No more steak. Just Bill Gates' nightmare world. Just wait till the WHO has the ability to order lockdowns. Yeah, 5/22. I don't know. I've seen a lot of these things come and go. I tried to find like semi-valid sources on it and couldn't today, but I hope that nothing comes of that. But yeah, we need to be praying about that one. Klaus says he wants to alter humans to be smaller, infertile, and vegan. Yep. He's working on that. Most people, like, there's a lot of people choosing that one. These people really hate babies. Yep. They do, Michelle. They hate him, yes. They love to torture him. They love to do terrible things. It's just, it's sick. It's Moloch. It's Baal. You know, God hates that. This is just the Baal, Molech, anti-God. It's crazy. You know, Beelzebub? Don't be... Beelzebub, the character, is Baal Zebub. And it's like Satan. Anyways. Michael Payton. Nice to see you, brother. I'd love to talk to you sometime. It's really nice to see you in here. Shalom. Year 1, NSW, NSO. Morsey, that's huge, bro. Yeah? I mean, they already did the BCE, whatever thing. I could totally see them doing that. Like, talk about a great reset. Like, really great reset. Yeah, this is one. I don't know, you saying that, like, totally. I could totally see them doing that. One new secular order. And people are going to be like, yeah, religion. Get rid of the whole thing. Yeah. And then we'll be like, boo. And they'll be like, you're dead. And then Jesus will be like, you're dead. No, I don't want to speak for Jesus, but maybe he doesn't kill anybody. Maybe he just comes down and, like, puts him in timeout or something. I don't know. He's in charge of that one. I just hope to be functional peace to be accepted and be in the army. But all right, guys, I think that's about all I got for tonight. Let's do one more quick wrap up push to the other platforms. TikTok account is in trouble. Hopefully we can keep it going, but it's on private mode now. Text VOR to 94253. VOR to 94253. And that's a text service that we're going to have so we can stay in contact with you outside of any of these platforms. We don't get your number. We're not going to call you. It's just going to be specific information and a way to reach out to you with VOR things, not specific to any of these accounts. What other things we got? If you're on the YouTube, please do subscribe. We're going to keep pushing content out over here. We're actually going to try to get up a little bit. Our manager has a really good idea for kind of trying to get enough momentum going where we become bulletproof. I don't know. I'm trying to think bigger. Pray that I can think bigger, because that would be awesome. We just set up a Reddit channel. We just set it up last night. It's Voice of Reasons on Reddit. So come join us there. It seems like a really cool TikTok, Discord hybrid thing. Speaking of Discord, please join the Discord. We got a bunch of great people in there. We even have an atheist friend, and he's in there, talking about his atheist stuff, and we're all like, I don't know. Well, I don't think anybody's going to be affected, but, we love everybody, so God is good. I'm on Truth Social now, not because I'm politically inclined, but because it's supposed to be ban-free, so we'll see how that goes. And that's Voice of Reasons or Voice of Reasons Official. No say. I don't know. Try them both, please. What else? Anything else? Oh, there is. I meant to say this earlier. Voice of Reasons Official 4 on TikTok. Can't believe I didn't say it earlier. I can believe it. Voice of Reasons Official 4 on TikTok. Somebody took Voice of Reasons Official 3. So, Voice of Reasons Official 4 on TikTok. Please follow that account. I posted a video on there. I'm actually going to, like, Easter eggs. I'm going to post some videos on there. I'm going to do that. Chloe, did you do the Venmo thing?
I don't know how to log into it.
She doesn't know how to log into it. How do we do this? Jody, are you in our Discord? I'm trying to think how I could do this. I mean, I can send you the link. Ooh, I just went to the wrong page. If you could maybe send me an email. Sorry, we got to get that together. voiceofreasonsofficial@gmail.com. voiceofreasonsofficial@gmail.com. that would be awesome, and I will send you a link to that. I'm sorry to make that hard. Actually had a guy trying to give us money on Cash App, and we had to accept it, and I didn't know what it was, and I wasn't looking at it, and he like tried like multiple times, and I'm like, wow, how bad am I at this? Anyways, looking in the link tree now. And yep, it's not on the link tree. So please send me an email and I will send you that link. Or join the Discord and I'll send it to you on there. But is that Sam? Hello, Sam. Good to see you, sister. Yes, you are very, very late. I'm just about to say goodnight. But tonight was mostly, we're working on Sam. It's kind of a pledge drive kind of thing, but mostly to get people to the SMS messaging system and to follow the other TikTok account and join us on Discord and Reddit and those things. Just kind of trying to funnel people away from TikTok because of the problem that account's in. So that's mostly what we did tonight. Yeah, you rewatch it, that'd be great. A lot of talking, a lot of pitching and stuff. So you're on the Discord. All right, Jody. Send me a friend request, please, and we'll finish this on Discord. Awesome. Love you guys. Morsey, the content's been awesome. I'm stoked, man. I love what you're doing. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. Thank you for letting me pitch things to you. Thank you for the super chats, you guys. That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you. God bless you guys. Good to see you, Sam. Love you. Hope you're feeling better. Good to see you again, Michael. Good to see everybody. Like getting the band back together. Anyways, thanks, guys. Last thing I'll say, you're following me on TikTok, which means you're going to get some notifications. I'm going to keep posting videos, but I'm also going to be posting more to the other platforms too. So we'll keep you updated. We can do that on on Discord. We can do that on the text messaging. But we're kind of restructuring a little bit because we're working towards reshaping this into a sustainable thing. So that's the goal. So pray for wisdom, pray for protection. I pray for wisdom and protection for you guys. We pray for the VOR family all the time. So I love you. Thank you. God bless you. Have a good week, and I'll see you on the next format whenever it is. We'll update you if you're in the loop. So, ciao, ciao.